Which parts did you find most difficult to write, apart from the whole thing?
Yeah. The beginnings and the endings aren't that difficult for me. I think it's keeping the pace up in the middle, in a kind of structural way, trying to write it so that people want to keep reading. Trying to, not cliffhangers at the end of chapters, but something that makes people go, I want to know what happens next. It's that kind of saggy middle, I think, is the hardest.
You've also got quite a lot of very, very tense scenes with the sisters arguing, and of course the relationship between Ingrid and Gil. How did you go about writing all those arguments?
Actually, I find it really difficult, you pointed that out, to write arguments, because I don't argue. I don't argue with anybody, not even really with my children. They annoy me, but I don't really argue with them. And in fact, there was Tim and I, my husband and I, were doing a while ago. We're doing some art projects, and I was looking back at them recently. And one of them was to write down an argument, and so I had to write down an argument between my two children. This was when they were, I can't remember, they were quite young, 10 and 13 or something. And even writing that, a real life argument, trying to kind of listen to their argument, I found really difficult. And I think in my first draft with Swimming Lessons, the arguments were really quite bland. Like, oh, don't do that. Oh, all right then. And people would cave in, much quicker than I wanted them to. So I really had to work on those to kind of build up the tension. It's quite difficult arguments.
Yeah. There is this wonderful moment where Ingrid paints a line across the girls' wardrobe, and not just across the outside, but sort of through all the drawers, so that they're left wearing clothes with white paint on as well, to stop them arguing about it. But I think lots of writers, actually, I know I'm the same, I absolutely hate arguing.
Oh, really?
And I think maybe writers just put it all into their novels,
Maybe
I'll just keep
it.
quiet and I'll go and write a novel instead.